Sure, why not? When you join the Church of Martel, you must journey to Azalea, known as the Village of Oracles. You will then train at the Martel Temple located north of the village for 1 year. The training is said to be extremely taxing and more than half give up every year. Boltzmann's book. Now we can save Pietro. Okay. No, it will be difficult for me to use this book with my healing arts. If we at least had some sort of tool to amplify the body's life force. What sort of thing do you need? Perhaps if we had a unicorn horn. Lake Umasi then? Let's go back there and see if there's something we can do. Okay. Sure, the first ruler of Balakrof Dynasty was the Empress Aisha the 8th. Not only was she intelligent, but she's said to be very beautiful. Her name is still very common today due to the prosperity during her reign. Here's a book entitled The Treat of Tragedy. Nora, the Chosen at the time, arrived at Ifrit's temple that was located at the center of the old Triet in order to perform the ritual of regeneration. One of those priests became violent during the ritual, and the Cruxus unleashed the wrath of God. This is the beginning of what became known as the Ifrit's Hellfire. Alright. Oh.
Professor Sage, it's Colette's angel toxicosis.
I see. Let's rest here for today.
What's wrong, Colette?
I would assume she's lost her voice.
What? Everyone, I have something to say.
Huh?
I want to explain to everyone why I was trying to assassinate the Chosen.
All right, we're listening. Tell us about your homeland. A land that doesn't exist in this world.
You knew?
No, but you said it yourself that Silverant will be saved. That must mean you aren't from Silverant.
Yeah. You know, it's really a shame that your intellect's being wasted here. You're right. My homeland is not here. Not in Silverant.
What does that mean?
My world is called Tetheala.
Tetheala? You mean the moon?
Of course not. My world isn't on the moon. Even I really don't understand the specifics. But there's another world that lies entwined with Silverant, as shadow is to light. That's Tetheala, my world.
Two entwined worlds?
The two worlds lie directly adjacent to each other. They just can't see one another. Our scholars say they exist on shifted dimensions. Anyway, the two worlds can't see or touch each other. But they do in fact exist next to and affect each other.
What do you mean, affect each other?
They vie for the supply of mana. When one world weakens, the mana from that world flows to the other.
Yeah, allow me to pause this for a second, because this is one thing that kind of irritates me about these games. They told us a long time ago what we were supposed to do, right? First, they told us that Chocolat is in the Azalea, what, the human farm or whatever? Okay. So we need to go there, right? But then they tell us that we need a unicorn horn to amplify the power of that spell so that we can go back and save that boy who's all messed up in the head in, what is it, Hema Mountains. So now we have two of those things. And I left the temple with the intent of handling those two things while they were fresh on my mind, right? And the Azalea thing is not fresh in my mind, but I put a bookmark back in my head that I need to handle it. All right. Now in the meantime, I have to go up, do stuff with the kids. I have to go ahead and hook. It's almost lunchtime right now, so after this cutscene, I'm gonna make them lunch. You know what I'm saying, and make sure they get fed. Sophia's like sitting right next to me with the covers over her head. Yeah, all these things. Okay. She likes to be in the dark while she watches her tablet. There's, this one weird thing about being a dad. There's no shortage of people who take over your bed and put their feet on you. It's weird. My dog does it. My kids do it. Fortunately, my wife doesn't do it. Oh, I don't care if she does. It's just kind of weird when a grown woman's always sticking her feet on you. Anyway, so this story, this big long hiccup, is messing up my ability to remember where I'm supposed to go, and this is a problem I'll have because the next time I get out there, they're not going to tell me to go anywhere. Like that man in the earlier area when Colette lost her feeling or whatever. He told us to go like northwest or northeast to the next tower, and there was so much talking between me having control and going in that direction and that guy telling us that I couldn't remember whether it was northwest or northeast. And I ended up walking all over the place and having to use a walkthrough so that they could tell us exactly where to go. And these games have this issue. That's why I usually have a walkthrough on deck. Not because I want to cheat throughout the whole game. I just want to know where the fuck I'm supposed to go next. Because they just deliberately, they tell you sometimes and they don't. This game is not very good at it. I'd give it about a 30%, I'd give it about a D. Yeah, I'd give it about a D when it comes to telling you where to go next. Some games tell you over and over again. The person goes, go to this place, go to this place. And then right when you step out, you go, oh, I gotta go to this place. And then they look to somebody next to you, we're going to this place. First, we gotta go to this place. Like, they do that all the time. And you're just like, alright, I get it. But now, they don't say that. So it's almost as if you gotta sit down with a notepad, write the shit down, and be like, okay. And I can vouch that a lot of the times they didn't say nothing. And the places are far apart away for you not to be able to see them because of the draw distance and because the camera is deliberately set right on top of you unless you find a stone. But the draw distance is not good either. So that's just the main complaint that I'm having amongst the fire crackling noise. And I just thought I would interrupt the video because the way she's going on, I'm not going to remember to talk about it later, okay? You feel me? Anyway, so let me go ahead and remind you of what she's talking about. So she stood up. She's from Tathala, which is not the moon, and she's explaining where her other world is. Colette's lost her voice. Rain knows what Ta'ala is. Also, Rain and what's his face are full elves. Okay, let's go ahead.
As a result, one world is always flourishing and the other waning. sort of like an hourglass.
Wait, so right now Silverant is...
Yeah. Silverant's mana is flowing to Tethe'ala. Therefore, Silverant is in decline. Without mana, crops won't grow and magic becomes unusable. If there's no mana, the summoned spirits that protect the world alongside the goddess Martel can't survive in Silverant either. As a result, the world slips even further down the path of destruction.
Then the Chosen's world regeneration is actually the process of reversing the mana flow?
Exactly. When the Chosen breaks the seal, the mana flow reverses and the summoned spirit that governs the seal awakens. I was sent to prevent the world regeneration from happening.
They sent one person. They sent one person. A female kunoichi ninja chick and her little pet Pokemon. Alright.
I broke through the supposedly impassable dimensional fissure for the sake of protecting Tethe'ala.
In other words, to assure the decline and destruction of Silverant?
You can say that, but your journey of regeneration is also an attempt to destroy Tethe'ala. We're both doing the same thing.
It's hard for me to believe all of this.
I'm the proof. I possess summoning arts that have been lost from this world.
Oh, good. So then when we go to the unicorn, we can go ahead and summon whoever it is we need to summon to help the unicorn get out and then use the unicorn horn. Well, I'm glad that's been cleared up.
Please don't look at me like that, Colette. I know that wasn't your intention. I don't know what I should do either. I came here to protect Tethe'ala, but this world is impoverished and everyone is suffering. But if I allow the world regeneration to occur, then Tethe'ala will become just like this.
You could have done more with this dog. He is so uninterested in what's going on. He's got the biggest ears of everybody. He's just sitting there like an idiot, like dirt, 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 dirt. Where's my food? Dirt, dirt, dirt. Anyway.
But right now you're helping us, right?
Yes, but that doesn't mean I can just abandon Tethe'ala. I don't know what to do. Isn't there any other way? A way for Silverant, Tethe'ala, and Colette to all be happy?
I want to know too.
Have you considered that perhaps nothing that convenient exists in the real world?
The best thing we can do right now is to save Silverant from its current crisis.
What if we don't regenerate the world and just defeat the Desians?
Although we succeeded in destroying a ranch, we cannot possibly eliminate all the Desians.
Here's a issue that I'm having with the Desians. They're Desians because they're half-elf, right? Well, how are they breeding? Are they only breeding with each other? So they can keep being half-elves? Because that's the only way it works. Somebody has to have been a half-elf initially, and then they need to find another half-elf, and then pyramid screw their way down to a whole community of half-elves. And that way only half-elves can screw half-elves and then create more half-elves. You understand what I'm saying? Which will open them up to the principles of Darwinism or whatever, and well, we all know that inbreeding is not a good idea. You know, having a biracial family is pretty much the opposite of inbreeding. Like, if you're two black people that get together, two white people that get together, two Mexican people that get together, both of your families are from the same area, then it's not too much of a hop, skip, and a jump to find that maybe your trees connect at some point. But if you're biracial, then there's like a really huge tree that trace you all back to Genghis Khan, I guess. It's a little weird. Anyway.
And the mana will eventually be exhausted.
Is mana really that important?
Now that is the question of the day.
I suppose only magic users and scholars worry about it. But mana is even more important to life than water. Without it, the land will die. Mana is the source material which composes everything. At least that's what I've been taught.
Unfortunately, the giant tree of ever-flowing mana in fairy tales doesn't exist in the real world. We live by chipping away at the limited amount of available mana. Why do you think the ancient Magi technology was lost?
Because mana disappeared from the world.
Correct. Magi technology consumes large amounts of mana. If things continue the way they are now, Silverant will eventually lose its mana, just as it lost its Magi technology, and be destroyed.
Colette? R-E-M-I? Ah, you're trying to spell something, right?
Yeah, why didn't she pick somebody who was smarter? Remind.
I'll try
Remiel.
asking Remiel if there's a way to save the two worlds.
If it doesn't work out, I may have to kill you after all.
Sheena?
When that time comes, I may fight back.
This part, she could have just looked at her with a determining look and then shook her head yes.
Because I love Silverant too.
I understand. You intend to become an angel no matter what, don't you?
Okay. You see, they didn't tell us where to go. They left us there. Now, here's the thing. When they put us in the field here, then this would be a good time for us to travel around, and then the character, those little pop-up screens where they have the conversations, they would have a conversation telling us where we're supposed to go next, you know, reminding us by having a conversation, which would be very slick. And be like, oh, that's nice. Okay, so person goes, man, when we get to that unicorn, I don't know how we're gonna save it. You know, some shit like that, but they're probably not going to. We'll see. I'll chime back in if there's a conversation that talks about it, but there won't be. They've kind of dropped the ball on that already. Stupid knight.
I was just warming up.
I'm starting to wonder more and more about this. About what? Whether or not this world regeneration is really right or not. What is that much of a shock that the Chosen lost her voice? Don't you ever feel anything? The Chosen becomes an angel and regenerates the world. Her current condition is a test. Remiel said that as well. Then why, if they're both angels, are they so different from each other, like this? One would assume it is because she is not yet completely an angel. If she becomes a complete angel, will she return to normal? Who knows? You! Taking out your frustration on me won't help anything. Well then, would you have her stop the journey of restoration and sacrifice all life in Silverant? I know. We can't do that. But I want to save her. Wow, so there are still unicorns left on this side. I wonder if we can make contact with it. The unicorn horn? Yes, in order to use Master Boltzmann's healing technique, we need to use the unicorn horn. But how can we get over there? Can we just swim to it? You won't be able to hold your breath that long. Damn it! Isn't there anything we can do? There is a way. What? We could summon Undine, who exists somewhere in this world, to control the water's mana. Undine? You mean the summon spirits? We don't have anyone who can summon the summon spirits. I haven't formed a pact yet, but if I can form a pact, then I can summon. Now that you mention it, you did say you could use summoning techniques. Are you a summoner? I'm a guardian user, but I can summon too. I'd heard that art of summoning was lost a very long time ago. Well, it still exists. Anyway, if you're not interested, I'm not going to force you. No, we need the unicorn horn. Please do it, Sheena. Alright. Then let's go to the Seal of Water. Undine should be at the seal. Then the Thoda Geyser, right? Let's go! This is quite a detour. Yes. I like how they just said it, you know, right off the bat. A summon spirit? I wonder how the pact works. I can't wait to see it. There he goes again. Won't you get bored halfway through? Shut up! I'm interested, so I'm excited, okay? It's fine that you're interested. But the problem is the way you get bored with everything. Shut up! Stop gaining up on me. Stop telling us to shut up. We're talking about your attitude. Shut up, all of you! Yeah, I was tired of that crap too. Yes, I am. Well, right now, we gotta take a pause. But let me just go to that place first. Alright, everybody, we're here. Ready to get the summoning spell or whatever. See if we can make that work. Alright, Kratos, what? Have I grown stronger? Your sword skills have certainly improved. However, you have realized that alone is not enough, have you not? That's why you felt compelled to ask. What strength you seek, what path you seek, no one but you know the answers. Yeah, I guess you're right. However, there are undoubtedly still remains even more fighting techniques that you do not know. Continue to fight alongside your comrades and defeat your enemies. You may find the answers along that path. Alright, I'll trust that one day I will find those answers, and in the meantime I will start something else. Wow, that didn't sound... yeah. Eh. Alright, I guess I can read that again. What's going on here? Oh. Sheena, please do that pact thing. Okay, I'll do my best, although I'm a little scared.
You who possess the light of the Pact. I am one who is bound to Mythos. What is your name?
Mythos? The hero of the Karlon War?
Not only was Mythos a swordsman, he had the ability to summon as well?
Mythos is a common boy's name. It's not necessarily Mythos the hero.
I am Sheena. I see the path indeed.
As things stand now, I cannot.
Why?
I am already bound by a pact. I cannot form two pacts at the same time.
You mean your pact with that Mythos guy? What am I supposed to do now? They never said anything about this at the Research Institute.
Well, can't you just get her to cancel the old pact?
How? We don't even have any idea where this Mythos person is.
A summon spirit pact requires a vow. As long as the pact maker upholds that vow, the pact remains valid.
That is correct.
I know about that. The summoned spirit approves the pact maker's vow and agrees to the pact.
Exactly. Therefore, all you need to do is follow Lloyd's advice and request the annulment of the previous pact. For the new one, it's possible the previous pact maker has broken his vow. Or he may have already passed away.
Is it really that simple?
I suppose you could call it simple. But if the previous pact maker is still alive and hasn't broken his vow, then there's nothing you can do about it.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Undini, I am Sheena. I ask that thou annulst thy pact with Mythos
Annuls?
and establish a new pact with me.
Before I can allow the formation of a new pact, I must test your worthiness as a pact maker.
Sounds like we gotta fight.
Draw your weapons.
What? We have to fight?
Let it begin.
Please reorganize your party so that it includes Sheena. You're hitting the back end.
I shall judge your world.
Watch out for the sky.
Ready?
Spread!
Please,
Right! Proton! Power seal!
don't overdo it.
Here we go!
First aid!
Fire seal!
Okay.
Fire seal! Light!
Ready? Ready?
Spread! Proton!
Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it.
This can't be good. Ready?
Don't overdo it.
Does that make sense? Ready? Ready?
Spread! Light! Photon!
I am
Alright.
impressed.
Not a bad exercise, was it?
Goodness gracious. She casts light like super quick. I mean, she casts spells like super quick.
Splendid. Now swear your vow. Upon what vow do you form our pact?
By the way, they were establishing a rule with that last pact. So there's going to be somebody who I try to summon or who I try to deal a pact with that another pact maker will be like, you can't unless you kill me or some shit like that.
Right now, at this very moment, there are people who are suffering. I vow to save those people.
Understood. I pledge my power to you, Sheena.
Sheena, you did it. Wow, congratulations. Wow, congratulations. Thanks, Colette. Okay, now we can finally meet the unicorn. Maybe we can get Colette healed too. Yeah. Prados, you have an impressive array of knowledge. I had an acquaintance who knew a bit about summoned spirits. That's all. I see. Alright. So Sheena's gonna be valuable.